Just a couple things before you start the engine. When I said you should wait until your temperatures are reading hot before you start, if it's been over 20 minutes and you have the blower set to 11 and T-red is over 600, but it's stopped going up, you should probably try to start your engine anyway.
The extra suction the engine pulls on the gasifier should help it finish heating up. Just don't turn on any of your electrical loads until it is fully warmed up and making good gas, which you can tell when the T-red reaches over 700 C. Also remember that since the gasifier runs on suction, it's important to keep all the openings in the gasifier sealed. Don't loosen the hand wheel or open the reactor access door, loosen the ash collection vessel or the cyclone can while the gasifier is running. The one exception is that you will have to open your hopper once every few hours to refill it. When you do, try to do it as fast as you can, getting the lid back on after a minute or so, and remember not to breathe any of the smoke or gas that comes out of it. Again, make sure to refill the hopper before it gets down to 1/4 or less full. If it does get completely empty, you can tap on the side to hear the level. A dull thud means there is feedstock there, and a hollow ring means it is open there. As you remember, an empty hopper full of gas can explode. Also, you need to make sure that all the switches or circuit breakers that have been installed are off and that all the cords are disconnected before you start the engine, as you don't want any kind of electrical load on the generator when starting. So, once you've got it up to temperature and are ready to start the engine, close the valve to the flare, and then open the valve to the engine. Then turn the key switch to the right and crank the engine.
Remember, this works a little differently with the grid tie systems, which we don't cover in this course, and use the techniques for a grid tie system. But whichever type you have, once the flare valve is closed, you should turn down both the blower controls to 0. Don't worry that your engine keeps cranking and doesn't start right up, like a gasoline or diesel-fueled engine you may be used to would. If after a few times your engine still doesn't start, you'll need to troubleshoot the problem. We'll cover this in an advanced course, but there's also a troubleshooting section in the Technician's Handbook. Now that you know how to get a power pallet up and running, let's stop and take another little quiz to make sure you've got it all down.